Hello everyone. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to make an oiler like this. This is something really basic, like basic tool that you probably should make yourself. Also, I'm not really sure that something like this is like commercially available. Yes, there are oilers for watches, but I'm not entirely sure if there's a brand that sells them for clocks. I could be wrong, but yeah. Anyways, I'm doing this because somebody asked to do a video about how you would oil a clock, and I was like, yeah. Before I do a video about oiling a clock, it does make sense to show you how to make an oil like this. So what do you need? Well, you're gonna need some kind of wire. I'm using steel wire here, but you could just use, well, if you've got a solid copper wire from like a leftover electrical project, something that would just work as well. And then you're gonna need some pliers, a hammer, and then I'm gonna use this. It's a 3000 grit sharpening stone to give it a bit of like a smooth finish and to shape it a bit. But yeah, might use a file, depends on like how it goes. But yeah, you can use anything. You could probably get away just using some fine sanding paper as well. You definitely do not need the 3000 grit. However, you do want some kind of like, you want some way of like giving it a shape basically. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna take a decent length of this steel wire. Put a bit more like that. Now I'm gonna do a bit of an stent to straighten this using the vise. It doesn't work well because it's steel wire. It works better with copper. But the straighter I can get this, the better. So I'm just gonna give this a bit of a pull, and that's gonna straighten it up a bit. Okay, that's probably as straight as I'm gonna get it. Be careful if you do this. You don't want to slip over and end on the ground, because I've definitely seen people do that. So now that we have that all straight, we're just gonna flatten out the end, and we kind of want it to be a taper. So I'm gonna hit the end a bit more with the hammer than the rest of it. So I'm gonna go. So I've got it flattened. That's the focus. But I do want it to flatten a bit more. Definitely towards the end. There we go. That's more or less what we want. So yeah, now I'm just gonna give that a bit of a shape. because we want it to be smooth. Because if we've got a bit of a like a sharp edge on there, that's where the oil's gonna go, and we want like a bit of an even. And then just for good measure, I'm gonna polish the surface a bit. So now, depending on how long you want it, you kind of want to make that loop. So I think probably somewhere around here is the length I want. So I'm just bending it around my finger. And then you want to do it tight, like this. Just a few turns, I'm gonna snip it off. And then I'm using the pliers to go. Now we can correct this a bit. And there, you have your oiler. So you can dip it in the oil pot, and then you can, with the length of this, you can pretty much get everywhere in a clock to add some oil or some grease. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit more. But yeah, that is pretty much how you make an oiler. Nice and easy. So that will be it. Thanks for watching this video, and yeah, the next one we're gonna put that oiler to good use. So till then, bye.